What's up? In today's video, we're going to talk about the ongoing crypto markets. Bitcoin touched base at around 119K almost, and there's speculation we're going to hit 120K. And I've been telling my Discord, which by the way, you're more than welcome to join. I'll put a link in the pinned comments down below. There's also a link in the pinned description as well. We're talking about 120K being the psych zone, meaning that was the all-time high projection for Bitcoin back in the bear market of 2022. And because it's a round number, because it's the next big emotional excitement catalyst for Bitcoin to go to, we're going to see some selling pressure. We're going to see some tests. Probably going to touch base at 119.5K, get close, sell off, get close, sell off. And eventually it's going to break through. And when it breaks through, you're going to see like a dam. You're going to see floodgates come in. And this is where Ethereum is going to hold above 3K. And we see Ethereum is really struggling, which is kind of surprising a little bit, to break 3K and hold. But nonetheless, it was nice to see a little bit of a rally. But let me pull this up. So this is my Discord for those who are not in my Discord. I have a channel called Market Updates. This is where I give my feedback. Especially because it's important for everyone to see in one place my thoughts on what the market's going to be looking like. So yesterday I posted, and I'll show you my X in a little bit. I said, similar to what I said in X, enjoy these pumps, but don't get too attached. Remain calm and focused. Celebrate, yes, but remember, whales can always bring us right back down and test you again and try to break your spirit. Something to keep in mind, remain level-headed and lock in. Good times ahead, but don't become complacent. It's exactly what's been going through my head right now. As soon as we see a pump, everyone thinks we're going to Valhalla, like we're going to the moon, the clouds. Everyone forgets their logic. They all become emotional investors, and they just start really fumbling into crypto, and it ends up being like a huge issue. Let me show you X real quick, which by the way, if you're not following me on X, I highly recommend to follow me on X. This is my only real account. 28 following, 16.1K followers. So just make sure you're following the right one. You can see here when these pumps started happening a couple days ago, I said get the coffee brewing because you want to enjoy these pumps, but don't get too attached. Then there was rumors of Jerome Powell potentially resigning, and that Trump apparently is going to replace him with someone who's going to cut interest rates a lot more aggressively and faster. It's just a rumor, right? If it happens, it happens. But this is what usually happens during pumps. People usually throw out rumors, and then retail eats it up. So if it happens, it happens, right? Regardless of who's in office, though, Jerome Powell or someone else, interest rates will eventually be cut. It's just a matter of when, not if. And then I said right here, this is where I was talking about on Discord. I want to emphasize the importance of being content but non-reactive during surges in crypto. Enjoy, but don't treat every pump like Valhalla. The whales can always manipulate and shake you out yet again if they decide they want bigger bags, which is 100% true. Buy the red, enjoy the green, remain calm. Exactly how you want to be. This is not me being a Debbie Downer. Okay, I have no reason to steer you in one way or the other. I'm just saying, like, everything is going the way we want it to. It's leaning towards a Q4 bullish, market, also in Q1 next year. But regardless, just have a level head. Remain logical. Don't become emotional. That's my best piece of advice to you. And you can see here on the Whale Insider page on Twitter, Bonk, which is one of our cryptos, I've been saying time and time again, it is the Solana Shiba cycle, one of our most bullish meme coins in our portfolio. This is linked to Pump Fund because Pump Fund apparently is launching their own coin soon. We're talking about this on Discord again. And then if you scroll down here, you can see Ethereum ETF record over $900 million in inflows. Okay, so this is just the ETF for Ethereum, but nonetheless, there is interest and money flowing through Ethereum. I've been saying it. You had big whales buying it. We showed you on the last video, rather. Like, people are buying Ethereum, contrary to what you're probably being told out there, that it's dead and that Solana is going to be the only one to do well. Also, what's doing well today, I gotta say, is XRP and XLM. We don't hold XLM, but we hold XRP. But XRP's been, hovering around this $3 mark, which I can't wait till it breaks $3. Then we'll be in the territory of getting to a new all-time high. And then XLM, which I wouldn't mind getting back into XLM. I just want to see a cheaper price. I probably should have bought this like a few weeks ago. But you can see here in the month chart, we're up a decent 40%. Well, not we, but XLM, whoever's holding it. So yeah, it's not bad. But if we go to Ethereum now, let's pull up the Ethereum chart. You can see it's fighting hard to consolidate above 3K. 3K ended up being the psych barrier for Ethereum. And then 4K will be the next one, and then you're going to see 5K, the all time high. But surprisingly, Ethereum is still not that far away from the all time high. It's literally like it only took a little bit of bullishness to push it up 20%, which is almost $500. It actually went up to 3,050 around the peak. So, $500 for Ethereum we've seen is really a walk in the park. You can see when you zoom out, Ethereum has been like consolidating since the year, but when you zoom out further, you can tell that it's going to form a new all time high. Bitcoin is the one everyone's focused on. Let them keep chasing Bitcoin. That's fine. Who cares, right? But Bitcoin's going to break 120K. I think next week we're just seeing a little sell off. I mean, the weekends typically are always red for crypto, especially during the summer. Everyone's like, "Oh, let me sell my $100 of Bitcoin. Let me go sell my $100 of XYZ coin. Let's go to the beach. Let's go on vacation. Let's go to the bars. Let's go buy food and drinks." Right. So it is what it is. Who cares, right? This is why I buy the bulk of my crypto on the weekends. Because why not? If we're gonna see discounts every single weekend, especially in the summer, I'm gonna buy as many weekends as I can. Many crypto I can on the weekends. So I am very close to buying one soon. If you want to see the next crypto I'm buying and get the earliest entry possible, I recommend joining Discord again. It's a great support group, guys. We have a lot of experienced beginner investors on there, different mindsets, different goals, different locations, and everyone's there trying to help each other. It is very good, whether it's getting questions answered, concerns addressed, or just running by things by the group. It is awesome. It is awesome. But as you can see here, Bitcoin's in an upward trend. If we go to the metrics, let's see what we can find. Bitcoin dominance is 64%. We're back into greed territory. So market cap is just under 3.7 trillion. We can see here on the fear and greed, we've been in greed since yesterday. So, and this is coming from Bitcoin. Like, obviously, altcoins were not in greed. Why? Because the altcoin season index is still ways down, and Bitcoin dominance is still up. We'll see in a second. So 27 out of 100, that's a 73 on paper. That means for me, the buy index is very high for altcoins, aka buyer cryptos. And you can see here, Bitcoin dominance is still around 64%, which is pretty stable from pretty much the last month. But Ethereum is starting to get close to 10% again. I want to see Ethereum hold above 10% dominance. We need to see that. But even better, we have to see it get to 15, 20% to start seeing the rallies you want to see. 20% plus would be very ideal for altcoin season to take place, which I think is still very doable for Ethereum. Again, a lot of people think it's dead, and that's the time when you want to buy crypto. When people think, XYZ coin's dead, you want to buy, right? When everyone's saying that something's going to happen for a certain select few altcoins, you probably want to go the other way. So I am very focused. I am ready. I am ready to buy some more. And I think this is going to be one of the best summers we're going to look back on in hindsight and realize this was the best buying opportunity ever. I've been saying crypto views are down like 80% across the board for YouTube. I literally see YouTubers not even posting. I'm barely even posting nowadays because I know that the interest is down. It's the time to focus on your crypto bags, your discords, your members, and let everyone who's leaving the market to go watch Netflix, whatever, wait until they come back on YouTube again. Right. And then once they come back on YouTube, it's going to be when Bitcoin's at 120K plus. You're going to see Ethereum above 3,500. You're going to see all these altcoins are up, 50%, 100%, like we saw with XRP, like we saw XLM. Now we're going to see all these coins are going to rebound, and that is when people will start taking notice again, and that is when retail will come back again. So for me and my members, and for you who's watching, which I'm glad you're still here, if we buy now, we're going to be up many X's by the time retail even comes back into the market to buy. And then when you're talking about altcoin season, profit taking stage, we're going to be up insane amount of X's because your peers are going to wait until a 2, 3, 4, 5, 10X to jump in initially. They're going to have to wait for a lot more gains. And then all of us who bought here at the bottom, we're going to be like, okay, profit here on 10X, profit here at 20X, profit here at 50X. And then the ones who are going to wait until Bitcoin breaks like 150K, 200K, they're going to be dumped on heavy. They're going to be like bitter investors back at the square one, next correction, next bear market, saying that Bitcoin's a scam and crypto's a scam. That you're not going to stop. But again, this is crunch time for buying crypto. I know you probably don't want to hear that. I get a lot of people that unsubscribe when I say that. I don't give a shit. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to hear, regardless if it's what you want to hear, because I know at the end of the day, the investors who are buying crypto right now are setting themselves up to become whales next cycle. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. DCA, buy the dips, accumulate, because these dips will be forming higher lows heading into the fall, Q3 and Q4. And you do not want to be buying crypto when you're seeing them rise up. You want to be buying now so you can just wait, set, forget, and enjoy when it's time to take profit. Anyways, if you wish to join Discord, again, link will be in the description. Pin comments down below. Follow me on X to stay up to date with the news and see what I'm thinking. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.